Massmouth Inc. is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to promoting the art of storytelling. This season, we had hundreds of storytellers from all walks of life share their stories and compete in story slams all over the greater Boston area and as far away as Worcester. We're proud to present the winners of the Season 4 semifinals, who will be moving on to the grand finale on April 17th at the Coolidge Corner Theater in Brookline.
And he looks at me like, there's 300 people on this subway car. What are you gonna do to me?
And I start to freak out because I realize now that not only do I have no idea what's going on in this room, but I have no idea what I'm doing and what's going on in Indonesia, in my life, and I'm like, shit.
And I joined this guild. And in the guild, I meet this guy. And I don't know anything about this guy, but our characters are just totally into each other.
And so meanwhile, my friends are like, who's calling? Who's calling? I'm like, it's Carlos from Fort Devens, and he wants to hear something he can bang his fucking head on the desk to. And my friend Todd is like, oh, you could play Bruce Hornsby.
And I open the door and I throw the pants in. And I close it and I start walking back to the job lot and I think, I am a good grandson. I can do that thing.
I like things raw. Raw emotion, raw food, raw sex. Just making sure you're still listening now.
The phone rings and I see home, so I know it's Leah. So I say, hi, Lee. And this is what I hear.
We named her Honey. And honey was delicious in so many more ways than just her beautiful golden brown color.
But there is one day in the calendar year that is the absolute worst day to have somebody break up with you. That would be the 1st of April.
That Wednesday, I sat in the AmeriCorps office, staring at the clock, psyching myself up for the idea of being the one white person to walk into a black congregation. Everyone looking and wondering, why is she here? And the thought paralyzed me.
I don't remember much about the flight itself, but I remember I was terrified because I was clinging to this 3rd grade belief that international travel was in some way directly connected with an untimely disaster.
She gave me a packet of this stuff called Crystal, and she said it would help me with my songwriting, because I told her I was a songwriter and a singer.
I was on my way there, and this boy, a really popular kid, a year younger than me, got up and stood to block me in the aisle. And he looked me in the eye and said, "You can't sit in the back of the bus if you're not white."